A very good morning, my dear students of class 6. Today we are going to complete the chapter 2, that is flower, fruit and seed. The topic today which we are going to cover is conditions necessary for germination. So let us start. Conditions necessary for germination. Look at this diagram. There are only three conditions which are required for germination of seeds, that is water or moisture, oxygen or air and suitable temperature. Water, moisture, air or oxygen and suitable temperature are necessary for seed germination. In the presence of these conditions, the food stored inside the seed dissolves and provides energy to the growing embryo. If these three conditions are not there, then seed will not germinate. Even if one condition is not there, then the seed will not germinate. And we'll be studying about all these conditions and we'll prove it that in absence of any one of these, germination will not take place. First, what we are going to do is to study the conditions necessary for seed germination. So we are going to do an experiment. Materials required: beaker, water, 3 bean seeds and glass slide. Since we are taking 3 bean seeds, that is why this experiment is also called 3 bean experiment or 3 bean seed experiment. As you can see in the diagram, there are 3 bean seeds. First, we have to fill 3/4 part of the beaker with water. Here you can see water is filled 3/4. Take a glass slide and tie 3 bean seeds over it. So 1, 2 and 3 bean seeds are tied on this glass slide. Keep the glass slide in water containing beaker in such a way that one seed is completely immersed in water. So 3 bean seeds we have to tie on this glass slide and you have to arrange in such a way that one is completely immersed in water. You can see the seed inside water. The middle one is half immersed in water. The second one you can see here, it is half immersed in water. And the upper one is in the air. There is no contact with water, so this is in air. Now you have to leave this beaker in a warm place and you have to keep adding water time to time just to maintain this level of water so that this middle bean seed gets water. Observations. After a few days, we'll observe that germination has taken place in the middle seed. You can see the middle seed is germinating. The plumule and the radicle is coming out. Whereas upper one and the lower one does not germinated. Only the middle seed is germinated. Germination takes place only in the seed which is half immersed, as it gets all the 3 conditions, that is air, water and temperature for its growth. The middle seed is getting air, water and suitable temperature, whereas if you see in the upper seed, what it is lacking? It is lacking water. It is getting oxygen, it is getting suitable temperature, but it is not getting water. Here the seed which is completely immersed in water, it is getting suitable temperature, water also, but not the air, and that is why it's failed to germinate. Now one by one we'll be studying about all these 3 conditions. The first one is moisture or water. The food is stored in seeds in dry conditions. All of us, we know that seed is dormant, it is dry. So whatever food is stored in the seeds, that is also dry. but the developing embryo cannot utilize this dry food. It has to be in liquid form. Food can be utilized in liquid form only, and seeds can utilize only dissolved oxygen. Thus, water is necessary for seed germination. So you can see that food cannot be taken by the embryo, cannot be utilized by embryo because it is in dried form, so it has to be dissolved, and it also requires dissolved oxygen, and that is why water is required. Excess water stops germination. If too much of water is there, then also germination will not take place, because once the dissolved oxygen is utilized by the seed, there is no oxygen left for germination. That's what it is written. Excess water stops germination, because once all the dissolved oxygen is utilized by the seed, further germination is not possible, as the life supporting oxygen is now lacking. Okay, now with an experiment we'll prove that water is necessary for germination. So the experiment which we are going to take, that is going to prove water is necessary for seed germination. Here we require 2 beakers, cotton, dry gram or pea seeds, and water. Now look at the diagram. Here we have taken 2 beakers, beaker A and beaker B. Take 2 beakers and put some cotton inside each one of them. So in both the beakers we have put the cotton. Okay, place a few gram of pea dry seeds in A. Here it is put. Also place a few quality seeds on moist cotton wool on B. The only difference here is you have got the dry cotton wool, and here you have got the wet or moist cotton wool. The number of seeds are also same, cotton is also there in both the beakers, but one is dry, other one is wet. Now here, to maintain this condition, what we have to do, we have to sprinkle water over the moist cotton from time to time, so that it remains it is wet always. Now you have to keep this apparatus for 3 to 4 days, and after that when we observe, what we'll see that there is no germination in beaker A, while seeds germinate in beaker B. A, there is no germination because the cotton was dry, and B, germination takes place because there was wet cotton, it got the water. And what is proved? Inference: water is necessary for seed germination. All these things were same except for water. Water was not there in beaker A, that is why the seeds failed to germinate, and that is how it is proved that water is necessary for seed germination. Now the next one is air or oxygen. During germination, rapid cell division takes place, and for this energy is required. Energy is required for the cell division, and this energy is obtained from oxidation. Oxidation is not possible if oxygen is not there. So the oxygen required for oxidation is supplied by the air, and that is why air is necessary for seed germination. Let us prove this also, that air is necessary for seed germination. Here materials required are 2 beakers, cotton, dry gram or pea seeds, water, and some oil. Only one thing extra we have taken here is oil. Now same way we have to arrange these beakers. Beaker A, label them as beaker A and beaker B. Put some cotton in one of them, that is A. Place some dry seeds of gram or pea over the wet cotton wool in beaker A. Here you can see in beaker A we have taken wet cotton wool, and we have placed few gram or pea seeds. Here we have taken gram seeds. Now in beaker B, what we have to do is boil some water in beaker B to remove dissolved air from water. First we have to boil the water so that the dissolved air or oxygen is removed from the water. Now there is no oxygen. The water is then cooled. So first we have to boil it and then cool it to make it oxygen free, and then few gram seeds we have to put inside this. After that, a few drops of oil are put on the water surface in beaker B. Here you can see the yellow one, this is the water layer. So we have put few drops of oil. Why? To prevent the entry of atmospheric air. That means air cannot get in this water. Already we have removed the air from this water by boiling and cooling the water. Now there is no air inside this. Observe the beakers after 3 to 4 days. So what you are going to observe? Germination of seeds had taken place in beaker A but not in beaker B. A, the seeds germinate. Why? Because it got all the three conditions: temperature, air and water. Here it got water, temperature, but not the air because it was removed from it. And that is how we can prove that air is necessary for seed germination. Now only one is left, and that is suitable temperature. Seeds cannot germination in all the temperatures. Low temperatures, the embryo becomes inactive. On the higher temperature, it's dead. So we require a suitable temperature range. Suitable temperature is necessary for seed germination because low temperature retards the embryonic activity. That means it stops the embryonic activities which take place in the embryo. Same way, high temperature destroys the delicate embryo tissue. So in both the cases, if the temperature is low or very high, seeds cannot germinate. Seeds usually germinate between 0 degree to 50 degree temperature, and the optimum temperature usually lies between 25 degree to 30 degree. That means best suitable range for the seeds to germinate is 25 degree to 30 degree. Now just like the others, we'll prove this also, that suitable temperature range is necessary for seed germination. Materials required, we'll be taking 2 beakers, cotton, dry gram or pea seeds, water. Now one more thing we have added here, ice box and some ice cubes to show the difference between temperature. Now here you can see we have taken 2 beakers. We have labeled them as beaker A and beaker B. Take 2 beakers and put some cotton in each one of them. So in both the beakers we have placed cotton. Now place a few seeds of gram or pea over the wet cotton wool in beaker A. So here you can see inside the box we have got the beaker and wet cotton wool is there, and we have placed some seeds here. Also place some seeds in beaker B over wet cotton. So here also we have got the wet cotton. Okay, till here it is the same. Now beaker A is placed inside the ice box containing ice cubes. You can see here it is shown the ice cubes. So it is there inside the ice box. Now you have to leave this apparatus for 3 to 4 days. After that you will observe that seeds germinate in beaker B but not in A. In B you can see the seed is getting all the 3 required conditions, that is air, water and suitable temperature. But here in A, it gets air, it gets water because it is kept on the wet cotton wool, but it is not getting the suitable temperature range because it is kept inside the ice box. There is suitable temperature in beaker B, while the temperature is in A is low. That is why the seeds fail to germinate. And with this, we have finished this topic as well as this chapter. So stay home, stay safe, and have a great day.